Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to solve triplets with smaller sum. So given an array of unsorted numbers and a target sum, count all the triplets in it such that number I index plus number j plus number k index is less than the target. Ijk are three different indices. Write function to return the count of such triplets, right? So you may realize that it is very similar with a three-sum questions, three-sum problem, right? Except for the fact that here we need to find three numbers that is sums is less than the target, right? So the approach here is similar. I use three different pointers, right, to find all the combinations and check their sum, right? So let's get into a specific example with this given input, right? Even it is sorted here, but our input is unsorted numbers, right? It is sorted by chance here. So target is 3. So how many triplets that sum up to a number that less than the target 3 here? So we can find three numbers here, -1, 0, 3. These will sum up to 2, right? It's still less than 3. -1, 0, 2. This sum up to 1, so it's valid also. So in order to solve this problem, in order to check different combinations, the approach here is to first we need to fix a number. We need to fix a number first. 2, 3. For example, we first need to fix this one, -1, first. Okay. So the combinations will definitely has 1, -1, right? And the other two numbers will be from this range, right? So here it becomes again similar to two-sum problem, right? But you want to use 2 pointers, but in order to know, in order to know which pointer to move, either a left or right. For example, here's a left and here's a right pointer, right? So at any given point in time, we can calculate the sum of 3 numbers, right? So after we know the sum of 3 numbers, we can check with the target. But how we can go for the next move? Here we fix this pointer. It is our decisions to whether to move the left or the right. So it would be great if our array is sorted, right? So it's going to be the first step to do here, which is sort the array, right? Sort the array first, right? And if the array is sorted, we can, if the array is sorted, then we can have indications what is the next move, right? So for example here, like, okay, we have a sum, right? So there are three cases, right? It is equal, less than, or greater than, right? So what if this what if the current sum greater than, sorry, what if the current sum is uh, less than the target? What does it mean? It means that every number in between, um, how to say, every combinations, because we fix this number, right? So we only consider the number in the range of this pointer and this pointer. And because our array is sorted, so if the current sum is less than the target, it means any uh, we can pick any two numbers in this range and it will always less than the target, right? So let's say, let's write down, we want to fix one number. Let's fix one number, right? We limit the range of two other numbers, right? We start checking sum of three, right? So here we have first case, which is sum of three is the sum is less than the target, which means the current three numbers is a valid uh, triplets, right? But it also means that any number between this range will also produce what I mean here is that like for example, here we could have x, y, z, for example, and here, if for now we know that -1 dot 0 dot 3 is less than the target, then it's not only these three numbers we can move this pointer leftward here. Here, we for sure is a valid three sums because our array is sorted, right? So we're sure that this number will less than the number here, and same for z. Z will be always less than this one, and the sum of three will also less than the target. Same for y, same for x, right? So if the sum is less than the target, uh, if the sum is less than the target, we want to probably uh, update the count, right? So we must have the count first is 0, right? So the count will be updated by not only one, not only the current triplet, but the number of triplet will be, for example, hi. Okay, hi. Here is I, index I, and here is index J. So the number of triplet will be J minus I, right? J minus I. It is because this pointer will run from here to here. So the number of triplets will also is this amount, which is J minus I. So the second case here is if sum greater than or equal to target. It means we want a smaller sum, right? So in order to have a smaller sum, the only choice here is to move the right mode pointers or dollar pointers leftward. Right? It is too big, so we need to move this one leftward so that we can have a smaller sum. And again, we're gonna do the same checking here again, over and over again, right? So let's try to code it down. We need to first sort the arrays first. I will use the sort functions. I takes into A and B because I want to sort it in ascending order, so it will be A minus B. So we must fix one number first. So I will use the first pointer. First pointer will be, let's say, uh, si equal to 0, for example, I is less than nums dot length I plus plus. We will fix one number at index I, but because after fixing the number at index I, we need to have space for at least two numbers. So it will be, I will not run all the way to the end, but minus 2 here, uh, so that we can have space for two other numbers. Okay, so okay, the first number will be nums at index I. Okay, the other two numbers, let's say uh, actually, let's say here's the first will be the index, and okay, so that the second one will be this one. We start from the left, right after first, so it will be first one, and third will be uh, the last index, which is num of length minus 1. Okay, so since here we will run into a loop, right, to check the combinations with the first index is fixed and second and third index will from here to here. So as long as we need to, as long as the second is less than the third, right? We don't want it to be equal, or right, because we want to have a triplet of three numbers. Right? So I can calculate the current sum here will be nums at index first nums at index second, nums at index third. Okay, here we. So here we have two cases here. If sum is less than the target, else, right? If sum is less than target, okay, we need a count here to count the triplet. If sum less than target, mean the current triplet is valid, right? So we want to update the count by one, not one, but it's here. We want to we can conclude that all triplets within the range will be valid. So it will be the minus second index, third minus second. It will be the number in this range, right? Else I will else sum is greater than or equal to target, so I want to have a smaller sum. So in that case, of course we'll not update count because it's an invalid triplet. So I just want to decrement third by one, so that we have a smaller sum. Come back here again, check the current sum. Here is current sum, and at the end I will return the count. This should be outside, so that here we will return the for loop. Okay. Let's run the test. Just uh, it 2 pointer patterns and sync. Oops, something gets wrong here. Legs -1. Okay, as long as 7. If concern is oops. By the way, it it is okay here. So we want a better count, and probably we want to exit the current uh, this while loop because we have we've counted all the possibilities within this range. So I'm going to exit the while loop and start fixing the next number and checking for a different range, the next range. So I will break after here. Oops. Is there anything wrong here? Oh, I know why. Because we forgot one here, which is because if it is j minus I, it count only this. Oh no, it should be so. The first triplet will be the fixed one, numbered i's and numbered j. So we will, if we move j leftward here, and if we stop here, so number of triplets will be these, I guess. So it will be what's wrong here? It's weird. Uh, hmm, wait a second. I think it is good for now. What is wrong here? First, second, we start by of the first here. That will be the last one. Always. So second lesson third. Can do look. Get the gun some lesson top. Top of the cow. What is wrong here? 3. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Right? Okay. 2 minus 1. It should be good, I think. No. Okay, I know why. So it here, right? Here, if we take j minus I, let's say, let's give me, if we take j minus I, it will be only the number of triplets with, let's say, ijk with k, I, and j that is fixed. Sorry, with k and I fixed, right? So j will range from this range, and also the number of triplets. But we probably want to count the case that I will be at here, right? We didn't check that case in our code now, right? So if concern less than target, okay, we know that with two first number that is fixed. The last pointer will you run all the way to the left, right before the second, and all the number with the amount of triplet. We can update here, but after that, I want to move the second pointer rightward, right? To check other possibilities as well. So second plus plus, right? So that should fix our problem. Okay, it works. So that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.